guys, welcome back to Evony with Genghis on server 68. So today I got some pictures from a new server from a player, and it was about the territory expansion. A little while ago I went through the developer survey they sent out to players, and one of the question was, would you like events such as territory expansion? So apparently some of these events are actually going on newer servers. Unfortunately, territory expansion is not what it sounds like. So I thought originally, and I'm going to show you on my other game here, War and Order. I'll just go in a couple, and they have a territory expansion scenario that just happens all the time in the game. So I'll show you what it looks like and what I was hoping it would mean for Evony. So here is War and Order, and we'll only be here briefly for those of you who don't care about War and Order. So if we look at, this is their server map, and you can see these orange lines here. That's my alliance territory. I'm not sitting in it at the moment, but so in here, we own all of this territory. This inside this orange line, we do not own, so it goes around those trees. And then outside in the white, that's another alliance's territory. But inside the orange is ours, and as we complete certain events, certain achievements, our territory will expand, and enemies cannot port inside your territory, so it sort of protects you. So I'll go back to Evony here. So basically my hope would be that right now we have our border around the hive, and you can only fit so many hives in, but if you could expand that and no enemy could teleport into your hive, your territory, that would be awesome, right? So if we look at the map right here, this is my alliance, but what if we were allowed to do events, make certain accomplishments, and we could make our territory like that, and nobody could come inside there and attack us, and then you'd see attacks coming, and it would be easier for defense. And I think that would be awesome for defending against these new 20 million, 30 million size rallies. So now I'll show you what the territory expansion event actually is. And if you can hear some heavy breathing in the background, that is Mrs. Genghis working out. Don't mind her. She's trying hard not to have a jelly body. Little inside joke for some people. So this is screenshots from one of the earlier servers, and you can see here, territory expansion event ends in 2 days, and it's right beside there with Monarch competition, Vikings, etc. So you go here and they have awesome rewards. So that is Alfred there, and that is Queen Baduka. You can see the generals, so they are getting like I know some people get upset about the free things that new servers get. And for the most part, I've said, like, they need to be able to catch up and whatnot. But I don't think they should get Alfred unless there's new generals coming out and Alfred's going to be insignificant. But to me, to just give away Alfred, who I tried so hard to get for months, and I couldn't get him. And that's why I have Tamiris. I'd rather have Alfred, but I have Tamiris because that was the best general I got at the time when I was ready to move on from Minamoto. But to give people arguably the best archer general in the game and the entire new servers, I think they could have gave them, something. But look, this is great for new servers. I like it. But yeah, I have a little bit of envy factor there. So let's read this. During the time, complete the event, quest to earn rewards. Each quest completion gives you points, gains a certain point to earn rewards. The unclaimed rewards event consists of 4 stages. Each stage lasts for 8 days. Now, the person told me they didn't actually get all these days. It all just got dropped with 2 days remaining, but it sort of allowed them to buy some items with gems to skip ahead. And so here's Alfred, who they get. Very jealous of this, but awesome for the new people. And then they get Champion's Helmet. Decent prize, because you need it for your farming generals. So it's useful at least. Queen Baduka. Kind of a unique wall general. She's one who really boosts your horse HP, and one of the only ones who really does it very well. So she is good. She is useful, but her core stats are probably outdated, and you're better off using one of the newer ones. So they get a general's bow. So this is cool. And when I'm saying Alfred's a big prize, kind of jealous of it. Like King's Bow, that's something you would use for your first couple months in the game, and then you move on from it and get something else. Where Alfred's actually an end game general, so they get something really good that a lot of people on newer servers who are still using Li Shimin and Guango the Great and other people like that who don't have and can't get unless they coin a lot. Because it's even when you coin, it's still random, right? Like that's one of my most biggest pet peeves with Evony. You go buy a bunch of general packs and then you get Arminus and other pieces of garbage that you don't need. I've wrote Evony a couple times about that and been like, you need to update who are epic generals when you're opening an epic general chest. Because I don't think a general from 2015 is still epic. They're outdated. You've made better versions of them. But beside the point. So this is another prize they get. They get a skill book box that gives them 9 different skill books. And you can see here that all these tasks, just by looking underneath here, these log in for 4 days, log in for 5 days. So these are basically the type of tasks that we get on the older servers for like tea culture, and I think that's the one that's going on my server now. I'm not sure if every server gets the same one, but I'll go back to that in a minute. And this is the last screenshot of it, but you can see at the top here, you complete all these quests and you get all the different prizes at the top. So kind of like a gathering event or King's Path, but the person told me in this it was a lot easier tasks. Like this is not a big coiner. He said he coined a little bit to complete the task. So looking back through the player's texts, he told me he spent $100 to complete the event, not $13. But so we have tea culture, so it looks very similar to an event like this, only it has the 4 or 5 days, so more similar to the gathering event. But as you can see, one of the tasks is just log in every day. And you could buy ahead by using gems, just like we can when we get those civilization events that give you the marches and the epic European general at the end. So just wanted to show you guys what the possible territory expansion event would be. Very disappointing to me. I expected Evony to actually change the gameplay in the server by adding an event that sounds like it. But as always, I don't know if that's a translation issue with Evony or they just put names on events for no reason. Because territory expansion event, that to me, you could just call that event new player event or free general event. I don't understand why they have to confuse us with some of the wording like that. I wouldn't have voted that way in the developers survey if that was the case. So this is Genghis, server 68. I got a very special video for you guys coming up. It's going to be a live stream. Should be happening tomorrow. I'm going to put up a countdown on it. Make sure to subscribe. It's with a player on a newer server. And just going to interview him. Think a lot of people might be interested in that. So this is Genghis, server 68. Like, subscribe, leave a comment.